Yo. Links up with Cleary. Short ball to Papali'i. Lovely tackle down around the ankles by Luai. And they give away set restart heading into the last tackle of the set. Great chance here for Penrith as Tungle got away from one. Now wrapped up by Safepath, about 16 out from the goal line. Plays the ball 5 in from the western touchline to Toho. Goes left to Cleary. Turns it on the inside to Leota. He's wrapped up 12 metres out from the line. Plays the ball to Kenny. Goes centre field left. Yo to Cleary. Big dummy by Cleary. 8 metres out from the line. Royce was in there with 12. Played in front of the sticks to Kenny. Goes to Smith. Turns his back. Offloads. Yo to Lungy. McLean. McLean over the 10-metre line. Put the fend on Toa. But he's taken there with Latu Fainu 3 metres away. Played to Jenkins. Goes right to Lungy. Away to Lindsay Smith. spectacular last-ditch defence by the Panthers. I thought he was going to score for sure, Lou.
Yeah, he got down low. He's hard to tackle there too, mate. But he gets a good shot on him here, Tungle. And then as he's going to roll back down, I think Nathan Cleary makes a bit of an extra effort and gets in underneath the ball and stops it from hitting the ground. So good defensive from the Panthers.
Last tackle, May goes back to the 30, plays it. It comes right to Luai. Switcheroo back to the left, stab kick. To'o's there, a metre out from his own line. Big got past one, put to the ground, 10 out from his own line. Great stuff, Brian To'o. 14 minutes gone, no score. Penrith and the West Tigers as Dylan Edwards now hits it up, and he's caught centre field. 18 out from his own line. It's checking downstairs, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, nice bit of skill there from Jerome Luai. Unfortunately for him, he was matched by probably relieve a bit of pressure. They're on the back foot a little bit at the moment, the Panthers.
There and kick from Cleary, 30 out from his own line over the head of Taruva, but it sits up easily for him. 18 out from his own line. He'll get back to the 30 and beyond, and he's taken 34 out from his own line. West Tigers having the better of it at the moment. 14 and a half gone, no score. Luai dummy half. Goes right, Latu Whānau, way to Skelton. He got a pass that was ill-advised. It's knocked to the ground by Starfield Toa. But that's on Skelton. He passed that off the ground. Toa wasn't expecting it, and he knocked the ball straight on. So, again, this momentum could shift rather fast. A scrum feed to Penrith, 30 out for the West Tigers line, no score. On the text line, 0467 920 222. Why did Connor have to leave? The Roosters aren't even playing tonight. He's got physio on this evening. Jody Mikhailov listening to Andrew Luke MC. Happy Cowboys fan. He should be, Jody. It was great early today to catch up with Jackson Purdue. His 20th birthday, he spoke to us as from the scrum winner. He scored 21 out from the West Tigers line. He opened side left, Moses Leota. Good strong charging run into Dewey and two others. Down he goes 11 metres out from the goal line. Penrith on the attack now. Kenny spins it left to Yo, then out the back to Lindsay Smith. Short ball to Garner, he's so close. Wouldn't he love to score against his former team? He's half a metre away. Plays the ball to Lungy. He dummies, runs around in circles, gives the pass back to Lindsay Smith. He doesn't get out of a trot, and that's an easy one for the Tigers defence. 9 out from the goal line in front of the post. No score. And we've had almost 16 minutes. Cleary goes left to Garner, away to Talangi. He dropped it, then stopped. It's picked up now by the West Tigers. Up over the 40, up over halfway. They have it. Over the other 40 through Sukkar. Gets away from Edwards. Got away from Jenkins. Now taken by Edwards, 37 out. And West Tigers turn defence into attack. Ball played to Skelton. Long ball left to Latu Whānau. Away to Karoyas out to Luai. They got numbers left. Luai over the 40 away to Terrell May. Too quick for Tungle. It came back at him. Great work, Tungle. 18 out. Terrell May will play the ball now. Comes to the right to Luai. Luai 12 metres out. Drifts across field. Holds the ball up. Got a late punch to Karoyas out. Straight through Lindsay Smith. Now taken by Kenny and Edwards. 2 out from the goal line. West Tigers on the charge here. Played to the right, Luai. Then away to Latu Whānau to Sukkar. Got the ball away to Toa and knocked to the ground. Desperate tackle from John Jenkins. 5 out. 15 in from the eastern touchline. Play down, open side left. Toa away. Latu Whānau to Luai. And play 3, puts in the stab kick. Toa gets there before Karoyas and taps it dead. Goal line drop out. Penrith 17 gone, no score. West Tigers to me, Lou. I know you and MC were talking about Penrith in the first 5 minutes. Since then. tackle, 7 out from the Tigers' goal line. Middle's going to be taken 2 away. Right between the southern sticks. Dummy half Kenny. Deep pass goes right to Cleary. Turns it into Tungor in centre field. And he's wrapped up in a ball and all tackle. 7 out from the goal line by Safer. Played to Kenny. He goes left to Smith. Turns it back. Yo to Cleary. Dummy steps. And knocked to the ground by 12. 4 metres away. Still looking for first points, the Panthers. It comes to the right, Yo. Pass knocked down and then dived on by the West Tigers. But it'll be a knock on West Tigers. Scrum feed Penrith. Another set. 10 out from the West goal line. 22 and a half gone. 2-0 to the Tigers. Their defence has been incredible so far, Lou.
Absolutely. I was just about to say, it's like they've got 14 players on the field at the moment, or 15 players, the way that they're defending. They're doing such a good job. They're getting all their numbers right. They're getting their numbers outside the post where they need to get them. Their forwards are doing a good job getting off the line and putting pressure on the Panthers ball players. So all in all, they're doing an outstanding job.
So scrum to be fed by Dylan Edwards. Right in field, 10 metres out. It comes out for Talangi. Goes left to Edwards, away to Tungor from right centre left. Great one-on-one tackle by Latu Fine, who was him or bust. Plays it a metre out. McLean just goes straight into the markers. Gets in goal, does he? Is he going to be deemed held up? He is. So we'll go back and play it 10 metres out. But again, West Tigers defence, they are absolutely awesome so far. They've done it for 23 and a half minutes. 2-0 West lead, as now the Tigers go left to right. Edwards away to Lindsay Smith. Troy Sauer is there to make the first contact. Tackle complete. 8 metres out in front of the post. 12 was there also. Now Kenny goes right to Yo. Links up with Cleary. Dummies inside. Goes that way eventually to Edwards with a left foot step. But everywhere Penrith goes, there are 3 Tigers waiting. 7 out. Dummy half. Kenny to the left. Yo. Flat pass Lindsay Smith. And then he reaches out the ground. The ball, Lindsay Smith, and the tackle coming through of Tony Suka, and he gets it down. Gee, we've seen front rowers score tries this weekend, and Lindsay Smith adds to the tally. Try to Smith, try to Penrith, 24 gone. Penrith 4, West Tigers 2 with a kick to come.
Well, Penrith tried going around the Tigers pretty much right from the start, and then all of a sudden they've worked out this close to the line. It's getting too hard to go around, and they're getting their numbers right every time. So a nice long pass out of dummy half. Isaiah looks like he's going to play at the back, plays short to a Lindsay Smith, just getting a little bit of an outline, which gives him a one-on-one with his opposition number, and then he reaches out and scores a great try. So really good awareness there from the Panthers forwards and making sure they're playing through their hands. Great line there from Lindsay Smith.
Touchline, Michael Kirianis.
Yeah, great bit of deception there from Isaiah, because we all thought, well, potentially he was going to go out the back to Nathan Cleary because had that left edge all sorted. But no, he played short, and Tony Suka is the one who's missed that, or just got carried over the line for that Lindsay Smith try. And as a result, double change here for the West Tigers. Alex Tyler and Suka are coming off for North Brawler, and Jack Bird are coming on.
All right, thank you, Michael. And Nathan Cleary will be returning to the goal-kicking duties for Penrith. And a handy first-up shot, 12 metres out, maybe 5 metres to the left of the post. Penrith 4, West 2. 25 minutes gone. I think I'm right in saying he has a goal since they played the West Tigers in round 14. So that's, 7 weeks ago. So let's see how he goes first up. To give Penrith a 4-point lead, I'll get your text messages after this kick from Cleary with the right boot, and he nails it between the sticks. Penrith 6, West Tigers 2 here at Western Sydney Stadium with Luke Lewis, Michael Karianis. I'm Andrew Moore on ABC Sport. 14 minutes 30 left in the half. G'day, Maury Lou and MC. Nearly doing what I enjoy doing. I'm in bed, but given the league's not on telly, I'm watching friends. Is there a footy field that has northern and southern touchlines? Asked Gary. Not in Sydney, no. It used to be the Sydney Sports Ground. I think Leichhardt Oval way back in the days where John Gibbs played junior footy. That ran east to west, but not in Sydney. I know that happened at Perth Stadium. Only an AFL ground, of course. Kick-off taken by Dylan Edwards. He sends a pass left, and Liam Henry's caught from the kick-off, 18 out from his own line for Penrith. Now the ball played. Comes centre field left to Isaiah Papali'i, wrapped up on his just outside his own 20. Maury, do you think Penrith meant to not drop that dropout out? So you take 2 points instead of scoring a try. Tigers had them scrambling in defence. What do you think? Louise asked that question. I don't think that was their intention, Louise. That was their intention. 10 short of halfway. As Luke Lewis keeps telling us, teams rather defend close to their own goal line anyway. They're more comfortable in that than further downfield. On the last for Penrith, Edwards plays it, and Nathan Cleary floats a kick downfield to Taruba, who catches it and falls over 8 metres out from his own line, gets up and goes again into Henry and Yeo, and he'll play it 16 out from his own line. West Tigers with it, trailing 6-2. Ball play to Luai, goes right to Jarrell Skelton, and he's going to be wrapped up and enforced cross field. 24 out from his own line by Talangi and Lindsay Smith. Played to Latu Finu, goes left to Jack Bird, and with his first touch, he's caught 31 out from his own goal line by Henry. Now Karoya South sends it left to Fanua Bole. His first touch. He's been really good this year, Fanua Bole. Scored 7 short of halfway by Smith and Papali'i. Centre field, play to Karoya South. Goes right to Ruva. Right foot step at Penrith's half. Last tackle, Tigers. Karoya South goes left to Luai. Kick from 44 metres out. Edwards it'll be Edwards flying through the air. Comes down with it, and then he's driven backwards by the chase of Jarrell May and also Isaac Tuitupo. And Penrith have a 12 out from their own line. Played to Cleary, takes off from dummy half, gets over the 20, and he'll play 22 out from his own line. When he turns around, he'll see his old mate Liam's on the field. And Liam Martin, it looks like he's been sunbaking with Cassius. They're the whitest legs I've ever seen. Kenny goes left to Liam Martin. He's wrapped up right on halfway. His first touch since Origin 3. Am I wrong there, Louis?
He definitely doesn't. He's not been in the sun.
I reckon you can see through those legs.
Been cold and very cold out there at Penrith.
36 out from the line. Last tackle. Kenny goes left to clear. He puts up the kick despite the pressure of Bird. Skelton against Jenkins. Skelton knocked the ball on into the arms of teammate Starford Toa, and it's a knock on West Tigers. Penrith will get a scrum. 13 out from the Tigers line, 12 left in the half, and it's 6-2 to Penrith. That's going to be a continued target all day, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And Jenkins is really good under the high ball, and he always competes on everything. But nice kick. Really good set there from Penrith. All started with, obviously, Nathan Cleary had a dummy half. As soon as he realised there was a couple of players offside, quick play the ball, quick gets up, gets some nice meters, and they all followed suit, and they get up to just over halfway and put a really good kick over to that right corner of the West Tigers.
So 6-2 Penrith lead. Scrum feed Dylan Edwards, 13 out right in front. Picked up by Talangi, goes left to Edwards, then away to Tungor. Left foot step into Latu Finu and Bird, and he'll play 7 metres out. Edwards attacks the blind side, got it away to Casey McLean, who dives straight through the defence to score. He went straight past Jarrell Skelton, and Casey McLean is over. 11 minutes 15 to go in the half, and Penrith do what they do so well. They strike twice in a hurry. Penrith 10, West 2, kick to come, the try to Casey McLean.
Yeah, nice work here by Casey McLean, but it was all Dylan Edwards. They've had him shot a couple of times on this scrum play, but they've scrambled really, really well, the West Tigers. Then when Dylan Edwards looks up, there's 3 attackers and 2 defenders down the short side. Really nice little play, goes into the line nice and square. Dylan Edwards, a short little pass there to Casey McLean, and all he had to do really just dive straight over. That's a nice try and really good attention to detail there from Dylan Edwards.
Touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, the Tigers have just been punished because of the repeated errors or infringements, and then you give the Penrith side a chance, and they can find some joy twice now on this left-hand side of the field. But that was great vision there from Dylan Edwards off the back of a quick play the ball, a retreating Tigers defensive unit. He couldn't get back to the line in time, but the New South Wales and Australian fullback just capitalised.
So just like that, it's 10-2. Penrith leading West Tigers with 2 tries in 5 minutes. Lindsay Smith and now Casey McLean. And Nathan Cleary, this is a much more challenging kick. 21 metres out, 3 metres in from that eastern touchline. Half an hour gone. Earlier Gold Coast in Auckland beat the Warriors 24-16. Around the ground, it's half-time in the NRLW in Townsville. North Queensland 12 leading Canberra 0 with a try to Jasmine Peters. And while she missed the conversion, Rosie Kelly has added a penalty goal. 12-0 Cowboys. Wins earlier for the Roosters and Gold Coast in the NRLW. Here's Nathan Cleary, 1 from 1 in his return to goal kicking today. After a 7-week absence from that role. Battling that Groin injury. Strikes the ball with the right boot. Likes it. Picks the goal. It's Nathan Cleary of old. He's 2 out of 2. Penrith 12. West 2. Also around the grounds, Queensland Cup. Sunshine Coast in the second half, leading Tweed Seagulls 18-6. First half, Early Bears 6, leading Northern Pride 0. AFL third quarter, Fremantle 67, leading West Coast Eagles 39. Text us 0467 920 222. Afternoon, Andrew, to you and the team. Looks like there's a spray in the shed work. The Tigers is Greg on the Murray River. Here's the kick. I reckon there might be another upset brewing, although in fairness to you, I know you said that before Penrith 2 tries. From the kick-off, Liam Henry's caught 18 out from his own line. Hi, Andrew, Luke Michael. Thanks for exciting Panthers Tigers game. From Missy, always grateful to you. As we are for you, Missy, thank you. Boys, I reckon it's the hair. When Appy has the peroxide, he's on fire, says Mitch. Yeah, he's certainly nice, bright and blonde at the moment. As for the Panthers, it's Papa Lee, caught 12 metres short of halfway. Also in there over the top was Sione Fine. Kenny goes left to Garner, knocked to the ground, 4 metres short of halfway. Croissant and Bird. Play to Kenny, goes right to Yo in centre field. Archers 7 metres inside West Territory. Last tackle now for Penrith, who lead 12 points to 2 with 9 minutes left in the first half. They run it. Liam Martin to Tungle to To'o, kicks it into the body of one, bounces back, wasn't played out. Edwards has got it 30 metres out. He'll put another kick. Liam Martin chases. So too does To'o, but Taruva comes across and then just lays straight on the ground. 3 metres out from the West Tigers line. Tigers have a tough set, but Liam Martin's all over him and gives away a penalty. So the only 2 penalties of the game so far in 21 and a half minutes. Penrith taking too long from the dropout, and that indiscretion from Liam Martin, 3 out from the West goal line.
Yeah, I just see Nathan Cleary run over there to Peter Goff just to see what the penalty was for there, because I think he said surrender, but then blew the penalty for flipping him. But yeah, look, the West Tigers, they're just going to get back to basics, and we're going to stop. They're going to take this play the ball again because they didn't take a 10 in. But the West Tigers got to get back to completing them sets, getting the ball down the other end and get back into that arm wrestle.
Terrell May takes the tap. It goes right to Sione Finu. He scored 19 out from his own line. Ball played to Croissant. Centre field right this time. And they have it through Terrell May. Caught 24 out from his own line and there was Kenny and Henry. Now to the right edge they go. Taking the tackle for the West Tigers for Noah Bolle. He'll play 31 out from his own line to Croissant. Centre field left it goes. Lantu Finu to Luai. Short ball to support Seyfarth. Tackled 7 short of halfway. 20 from touch western side. In there in defence was Cleary. Now it's Taruva joining the line. Steps into Papali'i and Henry and taken 2 metres in Penrith's half. On the last, Croissant goes left. Luai the kick from 45 metres out. Drills it down to Edwards. He's under it. 10 out from his own goal line. And then he returns it pretty much straight and direct into Croissant and May, Terrell May that is. 19 out from the Penrith goal line. Played to Cleary. Goes right to To'o as Lurin Patea comes onto the field now for the Penrith Panthers. That's their third interchange. Patea takes a hit up. Great hit up as well. Straight through one. One hander back to Isaac Taylor on halfway. Got away from Luai into the defence of Sione Finu. Popped a dribbler out the back for Dylan Edwards, but he's lost it. That was a stupid pass.
You lost it.
You're going to challenge you, Penrith. Louis, they're asking the same question as you.
I didn't see any knock on there.
Penrith challenging on-field decision of a Panthers knock on. I've got him losing control into the Tigers player trying to offload, which is the knock on.
Oh, right. So when he had his back to us, I thought it was an offload. Maybe we couldn't see from the other end. So, and Goff was in a good position here to call this. So because Tungo, he's got the ball.
Into Sione Finu and Jerome Luai.
He was looking for an offload here.
Sort of dribbled out of his hand and then he reclaimed the ball as he passed it left.
You can tell he's looking for an offload, but
yeah.
I can't say that's a pass. But then there's the West Tigers 2
Just
players.
when both hands are on the ball, they stay on the ball as he offloads the ball back backwards or playing on at this point. There's no knock on.
Yeah, that hasn't gone backwards. But what happens in the attempt to pick up with Dylan Edwards?
No knock on, that's fine. Dylan Edwards picks it up perfectly.
Dylan Edwards picks the ball up and is tackled. The captain's challenge is successful.
Yeah, well, Michael Carianis, they went for it straight away and they win the challenge, Ben.
Yeah, it looks big from ground level as well, so that's why they challenged that, the Penrith Panthers, and they get an opportunity now, third tackle, to try and see if they can produce more points.
Edwards plays it. It comes right to Liam Martin, straight through Luai. Got away from Terrell May and Sione Painu. Now put to the ground by Karoy South, 36 metres out.
That was a ball play.
Well, they've been on that, haven't they, on the weekend, the referees. So Liam Martin drops it, trying to play the ball. You cannot get to your feet, basically, putting the ball on the ground. So it's going to be West Tigers scrum feed. 37 out from their own line. Penrith 12, West Tigers 2. And the last few minutes have been very, very scrappy.
Yeah, well, Humphrey does pull him again. So he pulls the leg there.
He did too.
But he did plant the ball.
What came first? I think the chicken or the egg.
Yeah, I think it's simultaneous.
Scrum, to be fair, there's great confusion. Players are coming in and out of the scrum.
This is where it happened. This is where the scrum is. Get in.
This is where it happened. Get here. They eventually do. You got Dylan Edwards a block for Penrith. Karoy South block for West Tigers. Fed by Luai, won by West. Goes right to Jack Bird. He bent straight away from a couple. But across field, and he scored 8 metres short of halfway. 6 minutes to go in the half. Penrith 12, West Tigers 2. Karoy South works the ball centre field to Fanua Bole. He scored 2 metres short of halfway for the Tigers. And we play the ball to Appy. He goes right to Taruva. Right foot step straight past Talangi. Now caught 5 metres in Penrith territory. Karoy South, dummy short side right. Goes himself to the open side. Back near centre field, taken by Patea. 31 out from the Penrith line. Kenny was in there as well, and Patea all over him. Another set restart. That's the silly one given away by Penrith. And the West Tiger line. Let's see if the Tigers can get points on the board here, trailing 12-2. Terrell May hands it inside to his front row partner, Bole. He caught 18 out, crawls forward another foot or two, plays it to Karoy South. Goes left to Latu Fainu, dummy to his brother Sione, and he stands in the tackle 8 metres out. Patea there in defence. Karoy South this time goes out the back right to Terrell May. Dummies, hit and spin, no. Patea came in to shut that down. 5 out from the goal line. West Tigers with it down 12-2. Karoy South goes left to Latu Fainu. Lovely ball to save far, but he's caught 6 metres out by Tunor. Last tackle West Tigers. Luai dummy half, goes right Latu Fainu, puts in a stab kick, it's pretty strong, it's over the dead ball line, and it's going to be a 20-metre tap for the Panthers, and a 7-tackle set, 4 minutes 15 left in the half, tap taken by Edwards, he threw it dummy to Jenkins, it's nailed by Latu Fainu, 15 short of halfway, played to Cleary, now goes left to Tom Jenkins, and he's wrapped up 5 short of halfway.
That was Jenkins' fault there. He had to push out one hole. They ended up running into the same hole. He had to stay a little bit away from Dylan Edwards there.
Here's Cleary, nice ball away to Tunor, but taken by Terrell May. And Luai was involved in the tackle, so was Chewy Tapu. Now comes to the left, Brian To'o. Burrows gets down so low to the ground, but he's caught here 35 metres out from the line. And among the defenders, Sione Fainu. Now Isaiah Yeo centre field. Takes on Terrell May and Karoy South. Put to the deck, 24 out from the West Tigers line. 2 tackles left for Penrith. Kenny goes left to Talangi. Another horrible pass. Bounces away to Tom Jenkins, but all momentum on the play lost, and he's called by Jack Berg 20 out. If Jenkins and McLean got, 5 out of 8, they might be up by another couple of tries. Kick over the top by Cleary, it's shallow, it's patted back by Liam Henry into the legs of Edwards, then he puts it on the toe and it hits the corner post. 20-metre tap, 7 tackles set for the West Tigers, and that all fell apart, MC, from another errant pass by Blaze Talangi, and now the West Tigers get 7 tackles.
Yeah, not his greatest first half, Blaze Talangi, that's for sure. He's just struggling with cohesion, and I thought they'd found their groove in the halves in the last couple of weeks, but yeah, Blaze is just struggling a little bit tonight.
So now West from the tap, 28 out from their own line. Skelton plays it. Time it comes centre field to Chewy. He plays at 11 short of halfway. Work at right edge now, the West Tigers. Tackle made here on Bole, 3 short of the halfway mark. Dummy half Karoy South goes right to Taruva. Dummies to Bird, takes on the defence, wrapped up 7 metres in Penrith territory. Ball played to the left, Karoy South. Then Terrell May away to Latu Fainu to Luai. Big dummy and rounded up by Henry and Tunor. About 28 8 metres out from the goal line. Cleary in there as well. 15 in from the western touchline. Latu Finu. Short ball to Terrell May in centre field. Stands in the tackle. 32 out. Last tackle West Tigers. 2 left in the half. They're down 12 points to 2. Luai, big kick from 31 metres out. Coming through is Sione Finu. Edwards the catch. Finu the tackle. Shooters out from the Penrith goal line. Plays the ball. Out of dummy half. Goes Luke Garner for Penrith. Wrapped up. 13 out from his own line. He'll play to Kenny. And watch out West Tigers, because this is where the Panthers do it better than any other team, scoring points within 90 seconds of half-time. To'o and he's 20. Plays it to Kenny. Goes left. Jenkins to Talangi, then to Cleary. Then there was forward to McLean down the eastern touchline. Got away from Skelton. Ball back to Cleary. He's up over the 40 to the 30. Pass on, he's outside to Dylan Edwards. What did I tell you? Within the last 90 seconds of a half, Penrith score. Week in, week out, year in, year out. Dylan Edwards celebrate with a Glenn Lazarus style cartwheel. Penrith 16, West Tigers 2. Try to Dylan Edwards. Set up by Nathan Cleary. There's a minute 05 left in the half.
Well, clairvoyant you, Andrew. Been calling this game for a long time, and this is a great call here too. They always score tries at the end of halves. Really nice simple pass out there from Nathan Cleary. It did look a little bit forward to me there, but they let it go. And then Nathan Cleary just burns one, and then a simple 2-on-1 in the backfield with Dylan Edwards. And like you said, does a little cartwheel for a nice little try. Does 2 cartwheels.
Yeah, that's really well done.
I reckon this pass was definitely forward.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't want to take anything away, but that pass was dead set forward. Touchline, Michael Carianis.
It was a great backline movement, but it was definitely a forward pass from Cleary to McLean to kick-start that attack and spree. But what about Dylan Edwards' first half, boys? He's been in everything.
Yeah, which is most of the time, isn't it, for Dylan Edwards? 16-2, Penrith leading the West Tigers. And the conversion from Nathan Cleary, 11 metres out, just to the left of the post, will be the last play of the half. So, yeah, asserting their dominance here, Penrith. But it is uncanny how often this team scores just before half-time.
You caught it like perfect too.
Well, you've seen it so often. That's why you can't ever game set bingo against Penrith. Same thing. Here's Nathan Cleary to make it 18-2. Here he comes with the right boot from next to the post. He kicks the goal. He's 3 out of 3. Penrith 18, West 2 at half-time here at Western Sydney Stadium for the Panthers. 3 tries scored by Lindsay Smith in the 24th minute, Casey McLean in the 29th, and Dylan Edwards in the 39th. Nathan Cleary 3 from 3. 3 restarts for Penrith and 1 successful challenge. For the West Tigers, no tries. Adam Dewey actually opened the scoring with a penalty 1 from 1. 3 restarts and the penalty count by my tally at half-time. We've only had the 2 of them, both going to the West Tigers, and Penrith up 18-2 at the break, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, well, look, it was a really even game of footy for about 15-20 minutes. The way that the Tigers were just happy to sit in the arm wrestle, run hard and straight, get to a kick, and then all of a sudden they were actually on top. And they just took one little error from the West Tigers, the wrong part of the field, and the Panthers made them pay through a nice little chip on there to find Lindsay Smith. And then from there it's been all downhill for the West Tigers, and the Panthers have just really picked up the way that they're carrying the ball and coming out their own end. So, look, I thought it was a really nice game of football from the Tigers, but they just switched off for the last 15-20 minutes. They'll be filthy on that.
Just looking the last time they played in round 14, where Penrith won 18-14, it was 10 all at half-time, a day where Tom Jenkins scored all 3 Penrith tries. Michael Carianis fell a bit for the West Tigers, not only with that late forward pass, but I reckon in the opening 20 minutes they were the better team, but here they are staring down the barrel of an 18-2 deficit.
Yeah, they were, Andrew, and I think one of the differences as well was the impact of the bench. I thought Liam Henry was outstanding. Liam Martin, obviously, and Laurent Patea late. They really lifted the tempo on the Tigers benches. Just didn't have the same impact that the Penrith Panthers did off the back of, Nathan Cleary, Dylan Edwards, and some of the other stars. But, all in all, like, the Tigers should feel a little bit aggrieved, I guess, by that last pass, because the scoreline probably flutters the Panthers at the half-time mark.
Tiger Burt says, with a question we get 85,000 times a weekend, why can't the video ref make calls on forward passes? I'm sure that technology inside the footy will be ready in about 2078. Liam Martin's been moved moon baking his leg, says Ranchero Paul. Boys, I'm happy with this Tigers team, but I'll take time as any rebuild does will be better next year, from Filthy Phil. Quickly around the grounds. Second half NRLW, Cowboys 12 leading Canberra 0. Queensland Cup second half, Sunshine Coast 18 leading Townsville 12. First half Burleigh Bears 12 leading Northern Pride 0. AFL three-quarter time, Fremantle 76 leading West Coast 46. You're with Luke Lewis, Michael Carianis. I'm Andrew Moore here on ABC Sport. Earlier it was the Gold Coast beating New Zealand Warriors 24-16. Here Penrith 18 lead West Tigers 2 as we head straight to the ABC newsroom.
ABC News. Hello, I'm William Howard. The United Nations has described Israel's move to allow foreign airdrops of food into Gaza as a distraction to inaction by the Israeli government. Larry Buttrose has more.
The Israeli move comes amid mounting international concern about humanitarian conditions in Gaza. Germany, France and Britain are calling on Israel to lift restrictions on the flow of aid. They say the world is witnessing a humanitarian catastrophe. The World Food Programme says almost a third of people in Gaza are now going days without eating, and nearly 100,000 Palestinian women and children are in urgent need of medical treatment. Israel has restricted supplies into Gaza, saying Hamas has hijacked aid, but that claim is disputed by an Australian doctor who's been working there.
Iranian media says gunmen from a Sunni militant group have attacked a courthouse in a troubled province in the nation's southeast. Eyewitnesses say several judiciary staff and security personnel have been killed or injured after the assailants stormed the judge's chambers. The semi-official Fars news agency says there may have been a suicide bomber involved in the assault, with explosions and gunfire heard around the courthouse building. Chinese Premier Li Qiang has proposed the establishment of an organization to foster global cooperation on artificial intelligence, calling on countries to coordinate on the development and security of the fast-evolving technology. Speaking at the opening of the annual World Artificial Intelligence Conference in Shanghai, he says AI is a new engine for growth, but says governance is fragmented and more coordination between countries is needed to form a globally recognized framework for the technology. The three-day event brings together industry leaders and policymakers at a time of escalating technological competition between China and the United States, the world's two largest economies, with AI emerging as a key battleground. US President Donald Trump is expected to face organized protests during his 5-day visit to Scotland. This report from the BBC's James Cook.
Opponents of Donald Trump say they're planning a resistance to his presence in Scotland. They have many criticisms of the US president, accusing him of undermining democracy, damaging the climate, and enabling war crimes in Gaza. President Trump himself is expected to play golf at Turnberry before meeting the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen tomorrow, the Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer on Monday, and Scotland's First Minister John Swinney on Tuesday.
An Australian man has found out he's wanted by Hong Kong authorities via a WhatsApp message. Feng Chiongi is among 19 people accused of national security crimes, with Hong Kong police claiming the activists work for a pro-democracy non-government group. A bounty of $38,000 Australian dollars has been offered for 15 of those wanted, with nearly $1,100 on offer for the remaining 4. It comes as Britain's Secretary of State David Lammy tells the Lowy Institute in Sydney such actions are intolerable.
This sort of interference in our country is totally unacceptable. And we will stand up to it, as you would expect us to.
More than 80 trucks bound for drought-stricken South Australian farmers will arrive in the Eyre Peninsula tonight after crossing the state's west coast this afternoon. The trucks left from WA yesterday carrying 6,000 bales of hay. Victorian Andrew Linehan is part of the convoy and says he wants to bring hope to struggling farmers.
I get the impression that, remote farmers would potentially feel a bit isolated, and this is just a way of showing them that people know what they're going through and, care enough to help.
In rugby, Wallaroos captain Emily Chancellor says it's back to the drawing board for the side after going down to Wales 21-12 at Brisbane's Ballymore Stadium in the first of a 2 Test series. Wales converted all 3 of their tries, while the home side played out a scoreless second half. Chancellor says the half-hour delay in the game due to a lightning strike did disrupt her side's momentum.
I mean, it's going to affect everyone, but I think it's a reality that happens to both teams, and I think we came out really well in those first 10 minutes after the lightning, so you can't really use that as an excuse.
And the Titans have rallied for Des Hasler in his 500th game as an NRL coach with an upset 24 points to 16 win over the Warriors in Auckland. Gold Coast recovered after conceding the first 2 tries. And that's the latest ABC News.
Get your footy fix live and ad-free with the ABC Listen app. Whatever footy you're after, we've got you covered. Called by ABC Sports expert commentary team. ABC Sports coverage of the footy on the ABC Listen app.
ABC Sports coverage of the 2025 NRL Premiership.
7 out, dummy half. Kenny to the left, Yo. Flat pass, Lindsay Smith. And then he reaches out the ground. The ball, Lindsay Smith, and the tackle coming through of Tony Suka, and he gets it down. Gee, we've seen front rowers score tries this weekend, and Lindsay Smith adds to the tally. And he'll play it 7 metres out. Edwards attacks the blind side, got it away to Casey McLean, who dives straight through the defence to score. He went straight past Jarrell Skelton, and Casey McLean is over. 11 minutes 15 to go in the half, and Penrith do what they do so well. They strike twice in a hurry. And watch out, West Tigers, because this is where the Panthers do it better than any other team, scoring points within 90 seconds of half-time. When he's 20, plays it to Kenny. Goes left, Jenkins to Lungy, then to Cleary. I thought that was forward to McLean down the eastern touchline. Got away from Skelton. Ball back to Cleary. He's up over the 40 to the 30. Carlton is outside to Dylan Edwards. What did I tell you? Within the last 90 seconds of a half, Penrith score. Week in, week out, year in, year out. Dylan Edwards celebrate with a Glenn Lazarus style cartwheel.
ABC Sports coverage of the 2025 NRL Premiership.
On your radio, ABC Sport Digital Radio,
and on the ABC Listen app.
Penrith 18, West 2 here at Western Sydney Stadium. Gold Coast have upset the Warriors in Auckland. It would be a major upset if South could knock over Cronulla Sutherland tonight at Central Coast Stadium in Gosford. Glenn Lord has made his way there. Well, it's around the corner from his house with Dean Hallertau. How are you, say?
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. I do get one every now and then. It's nice not to have to travel too far. It's going to be a great game in Gosford. Always beautiful weather here on the Central Coast, although it has been a little drizzly this morning. It's cleared up. It's still a little chilly evening. We're expecting about 10,000 tonight. Just watching the entrance Tigers lead Terrigal 38 points to 0 with a kick to come in the under-15s as a curtain raiser. So a nice moment for the teenagers out here. The entrance scoring under the sticks with a kick to come. But the big one, of course, Cronulla up against the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Cronulla obviously coming off those back-to-back wins after the bye. So a nice freshen up for Craig Fitzgibbon's side. Meantime, obviously, South Sydney in a world of trouble. 7 losses on the trot and that huge injury toll to try to overcome tonight. It falls to Lewis. 9th halves combination for this side this season. Dean Hallertau will be watching it alongside me. We'll have Bridget Murphy on the sideline as well. But Haller, this is going to be a tough one for South Sydney. Obviously, Lewis Dodd will have a big point to prove. His first game starting at halfback in the NRL. That's what he did for St Helens. But can they find it tonight against a Cronulla side who seem to have turned a corner?
Yeah, good evening, Glenn. And look, it's going to be a tough one for the Rabbitohs and a big ask for Lewis Dodd making his first appearance for the year. And when you have halves combinations that move around so much, it can be quite hard to get that rhythm going as a team. And that's certainly been the case for the Rabbitohs amongst all the other injuries they've had and the multiple changes they've gone throughout the season. It's any wonder why they are struggling at the moment. But they're coming up against the side of the Sharks that have got into a bit of form. They've beaten some top teams in terms of the Dolphins and the Roosters. So it is a really big task for the Rabbitohs hosting here as a home game to see if they can actually try and make something of this season or what remains of it.
Cronulla obviously have a pretty good run in as well. Canterbury is the only side in the top 8 they play in the run home. So this is the kind of game that Craig Fitzgibbon would like to see his team use as a springboard to the finals. They're just in the 8 now.
Yeah, and their last 2 weeks have been great. They've come up against some good opposition. I know the Dolphins are without a few players, but they've played some really quality football. They're really enjoyable to watch. I spoke to the guys earlier about just the way that Blake Brayley's bringing his team onto the ball, jumping at dummy half and having that opportunity to run when he sees a marker down, looking for the cues that signal for him to jump out and go, and his selection's really good. That means that Braden Trindle and then Nico Hines are getting a bit of freedom. It's good to have Jesse Ramian back as well for them. Like, that's a huge in. He's a mainstay in their side. Offers plenty in terms of his backfield returns, and he's a handful when he's attacking as well. So there's plenty of positives that are going across the board for the Sharks.
Homecoming for Nico Hines. He debuted for the Melbourne Storm against South Sydney at this venue, and he's from around the corner as well, so a local for the Cronulla Sharks. And I can tell you, Andrew, that Alex Johnston will definitely equal Ken Irvine tonight in terms of games played. He is playing his he's playing his 238th game in the NRL. Ken Irvine also played 238 games, but Alex Johnston needs 5 more tries to equal the great man at the top of the all-time try-scoring records. Can he do it? It'd be the 3rd time in his career that he has scored 5 tries. If he does, we'll get you the team news in about 7 minutes' time. I'll send that through, and Belinda Sharp will be in charge of this one from Gosford, Andrew.
You're happy with that, aren't you, Estate? You're really happy with that.
Delighted.
I'll tell you, what will make you seem like a genius if he scores all 5 tries tonight.
I know, sensational. The statistical geniuses would be aligning.
Oh, wouldn't they? What? Thank you, mate. Thank you, Shop. Look forward to the call tonight. South Sydney and Cronulla Sutherland. West Tigers back onto the field here at Western Sydney Stadium, trailing 18 points to 2. What's the way out of this for the Tigers, Louis, if there is one?
They need a little bit of some things to go their way. They've got to keep the ball in hand. They've got to get a bit of fatigue back in that Panthers outfit. And when they get their chances, they've got to take them. I feel like they had a couple of chances early when they had that little bit of a little bit of joy down the Penrith line, but they just couldn't get across. So they've really got to start this game the way they started the first half, but hold it for 40 minutes.
On the text line 0467 920 222. Titans bottom feeder and beat the leaders. Wars at home. Someone call the police have been robbed. Your prediction of Penrith's last try would have made Nostradamus feel humble, says Phil. Well, thank you, but it just happens so often. It's incredible. Dave from the ACT, touch judges are just like the modern day scrum. They're still part of the game, but are good for nothing. The bunker can rule offside, but isn't a forward pass. And offside play, what's the difference? Dentists work on Sundays in Moscow, so I'm missing most of the game. That won't stop me from cheering for my Westies, even if you can't understand what I'm yelling. Fantastic commentary as usual, guys, from Pete in Moscow.
Which Westies, though? Is he cheering for it or not?
I assume that means West Tigers in this case. But Westies on its own could be either, right?
Correct.
But I'm assuming that means the West Tigers. We will kick off with Appy Croissant, down 18 points to 2. Well, you're the new predictor. Maybe Maury Luke is rubbing off on you. Why don't you use both, throw free numbers at me? I might put some cash on from the Blind Tiger. Love listening to you. Appreciate that very much, Blind Tiger. Here's the kick-off. From Appy Croissant down to the southern end, where it's taken by Dylan Edwards. He feeds it away left to Liam Henry, and he's knocked to the ground 15 out from his own line. That's the way this second half starts. Dummy half Kenny. Goes left to Liam Martin. He's wrapped up 23 metres out from his own line. So last time I mentioned it, they are the fairest and whitest legs I've ever seen on a human being. Comes to the left, Cleary away. And the tackle made on Garner, right on the Penrith 30. 20 in from touch western side. Ball played to Kenny, goes right to Luran Patea. And he's going to be caught here by Bolay. And Sione Fainu, 2 metres short of halfway. Dummy half Kenny again. Goes left to Yo, who's got a black headband on now. But it's still a great run up over halfway. Left one in his wake, finally put down. 7 metres in West Territory. Terrific run by Yo. Played on the last to Kenny. Goes right to Cleary. The kick from 45 metres out down to the right wing of Jarrell Skelton. Under no pressure this time. Returns it beyond the 20 to Tulungi. And also in there was Patea and Kenny. 24 out for the West Tigers line. Penrith up 18-2. They Delatu Fainu. And he in turn sends the ball away left centre field to Isaac Tuitopu. He's playing at 27 out from his own line. Karoyasau goes left to Safar. Wrapped up 32 out from his own line. Near centre field at the northern end. Appy goes right. Terrell May. He's caught 10 short of halfway. Extends by another metre or two. Tackled by Kenny and Henry. Karoyasau goes left. Charging onto it, Sunia Taruva. But he's wrapped up 4 metres Half by Lurin, Patea and Kenny again. Last tackle, West Tigers. Croissant goes left to Luai. He kicks from 45 metres out. Very shallow, very wonky, very ordinary out on the full off the side of his boot. So Penrith will get to play the ball with a changeover about 5 short of halfway. Penrith 18, West 2, Louis, 2 gone second half.
Well, that's a horrible kick there from Jerome Luai. There was no pressure on him at all. He had that much time to get that kick right. He still aims towards that corner. And it goes out by about 5 metres. So that's not what they needed to start this game, the West Tigers. They need to get through their sets nicely, get the ball as far down the other end of the field as they can. They've got to get their defence right.
Penrith now meter into West Tigers territory. We're checking with MC after this set. Patea plays it. Kenny goes right to Henry. Spins in the tackle, but they won't let him go. And it's Sione Fainu with Panua Bolle, 10 metres in West territory. Now Kenny, blindside right to Liam Martin. Accelerates into the defence there of Luai. In comes Bolle as well as Safar. Stands in the tackle, Martin. 36 out from the goal line. Plays it to Tungall. Goes left to Edwards, away to Yo. Zayo steps into the defence of May and Croissant, and he spins around about 3 times, and he'll play at 21, make a 31 out from the west goal line to Kenny. Sends it left to Cleary. Cleary short ball away Garner, and Luke Garner got through Latu Fainu, held up now and put on his back. 19 out for the west line. Last tackle Panthers. Cleary drifts to the right. Kenny dummy half finds Cleary now. Puts up the crossfield kick coming through his Brian To'o, and To'o gets there first, but he's caught just short of the goal line. Really confused his headgear with the footy. Brian To'o, but he is just short of the line. Tackle by Taylor May. Changeover. West Tigers survive down 18-2 as Taruba hits it up. Caught 8 out from his own line. 3.5 gone second half. To the touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, huge tackle there from Taylor May. Good to see Sinia Taruba cut that ball up, because in the last set he was in some quite discomfort with a lower leg injury. He had some attention to the trainer, but looks like he shrugged that off to play on.
All right, thank you, Michael. Here's Skelson for the West Tigers, taken 15 out from his own goal line by Garner. Now comes short side right for the West Tigers, just outside their 20. 4 tackles into the set. Toa plays the ball to Croissant, goes left to Ruva, another strong run but nailed. 32 metres out from his own goal line. It's played to Croissant on the last. Luai from just outside his 30, kicks it down to Edwards, fields it on the full, 18 out from his own line, heads over the 20, gets to the 30, turns it in for Brian To'o, and To'o accelerates. Will get to within 11 of halfway. West have to be a little careful here, Louis, because Penrith are so good at choking you out of a game when they have a lead such as this, 18-2, as Tunnell gets to halfway with his carry.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look at every time they start a set now, Penrith, they're pretty much starting almost on the halfway line, so they're doing a really good job with the field position at the moment. And the Tigers, they can't afford to give away a penalty. They're looking a little bit sloppy in defence at the moment.
Luke Garner, 5 metres in West Territory plays. It comes right, Matteo, straight past 3. Croissant with the shoot over the 20. Put it on the left boot. Ball knocked down. It's in goal. And it ends up being tapped over the dead ball line by Jack Bird. We're going to the bunker.
We've got no try here. We're confirming a knock-on by Dylan and just making sure that there's no push in the back element by the Tigers. They're chasing a loose ball.
That was amazing skill from Lurin Patea. I mean, the dude's 37 feet tall and 18 feet wide. He beat 3 and put in a perfect stab kick.
Yeah, that's knocked back there from Jack Bird. He pushes it away from Dylan Edwards, and that was great work there from Patea. Just saying, a big front row, making a break and then putting it on.
So it's Bird's hand, not Dylan Edwards.
Seeing if Dylan Edwards gets a touch on this.
I don't know if his finger or not touches. It looks like his finger gets a bit of movement, but it definitely comes off Jack Bird's hand there.
Yeah, that's fine from Bird because it goes, as you say, backwards. But if Dylan...
back by Jack Bird, it touches the fingers of Dylan Edwards and goes forward.
So it'll be a 10-metre play the ball for the West Tigers.
In the field of play, we have a decision.
That's a good play there by Jack Bird. I tell you, if he doesn't make that effort to push that, he'd get his hand there. I reckon Dylan Edwards picks that up and he goes straight over the try line.
Whenever you refer to effort areas in games, that's the kind of play you're talking about.
Absolutely. It's not always about the tries you scored, it's about the tries you saved, and that was a certain try saved there from Jack Bird.
Cowboys now lead Canberra the NRLW 20 points to 0. Since half-time, tries to Abigail Roach and now Crystal Blackwell for North Queensland. 20-0 over Canberra. Here's a scrum fed and won by the West Tigers. Croissant sends it left edge. And it's Jack Bird caught 17 out from his own line earlier in the NRLW. Gold Coast 20 beat Warriors 10. Sydney Roosters 42 beat Canterbury Bankstown 22. West Tigers now head to their own 30-metre line. Trailing 18-2, that was the half-time score. Koroisau goes left to right. Latu fine. Away to Taruva. Can't beat the defence. Did actually get past Talangi, but instantly caught 15 short of halfway by McLean. Plays the ball to Latu Finu. Goes left away Bird. He's caught 6 short of halfway. He's bobbing up everywhere. In fact, that was Starford Tower, Jack Bird's lookalike. Comes centre field left to Sione Finu. I'm sticking with it. He scored 4 metres in Penrith territory. Last tackle West Tigers as Koroisau goes left to Luai. Puts it up from 46 metres out from the Penrith line. Dylan Edwards drifts to his right, catches it on the full, 10 out from his own goal line. Good wall of defence from the West Tigers chase, especially Koroisau and Bolle, and he'll play it 16 out from his own line to Cleary. He sends it left now to Garner, or Jenkins it is. Jenkins hits it up centre field, 22 out from his own line. Penrith 18, West Tigers 2, 6 gone second half, and now a good run by Talangi over the 30. We check in on the touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, you guys touched on that work by Pateo, and that's probably been a theme of this Penrith Panthers tonight in terms of the impact off the bench. They've just had way too much spark, way too much energy since those bench players have come onto the field.
Is Dylan Edwards, good run up to halfway. MC plays the ball to Kenny, goes right to Cleary. Cleary a dummy, beat the first, but now claimed 37 away. Last tackle Penrith. Kenny goes left to Lungy. He puts up a kick. No pressure for Taruva. Takes it easily. 5 out from his own line. Looks like a good Penrith chase though. Taruva running left to right, looking for a way through. Nearly found it. Brushed away from McLean. And then he took Garner for a ride all the way up to the 20. Great work, Sunia Taruva. Plays the ball to Toa. He sends the ball open side left. As the West Tigers are on their own 30, trailing 18-2. 7 gone second half. That's Jack Bird up to me. And he's going to be claimed by 3 Panthers defenders, 13 metres short of halfway. There's the glow of Liam Martin in there with Mitch Kenny. Played Koroisau, goes left to Rel May to Jerome Luai. Delayed short pass away to Safar. He's wrapped up 3 short of halfway for the Tigers. 10 in from touch eastern side. Koroisau, they go blindside right. Luai got a beautiful pass away to Taylor May, was ankle tap. Got up to go again and fell 26 out from the Penrith line. Last tackle West Tigers. Ball played and it comes to the right. Luai crossfield kick 24 out. Very shallow, up they go. Coming down with it was Toa, but he threw a pass that went miles forward into the arms of Tom Jenkins. And Penrith has a 12 out from its own line. Play to Edwards, goes left McLean. Straight through one. Now caught 26 out from his own line. Plays it quickly to Edwards. He ducks straight underneath Sione Finu into Bird. And May, that's Terrell May, 12 metres short of halfway. Penrith with it. Play to Kenny, goes right to To'o in centre field. Off the ground, he offloads to Kenny. He sends it right to Henry. Henry runs into Koroisau and Luai. Caught 3 metres in West Territory. Lurin Patea off. Moses Leota on. 4 interchanges used up by Penrith. Liam Martin, right centre. He's easily cut to the ground by Taylor May. Sloppy play the ball, comes away with Nathan Cleary. He hops away from one, goes left to Yo, then away to Lungy. Terrible pass again to Edwards, who kicked the ball on. And the ball has been knocked down by West Tigers, recovered by Jarrell Skelton. I came off Penrith first. That was poor play by Talangi and then the tip on from Edwards. So West Tigers will, from all of that, get a scrum feed. 32 out from their own line. Almost 9 gone second half, and it remains Penrith 18, leading West Tigers 2. Now I've got some news from Glenn Lauder at Central Coast for South Sydney. Team news: Ryan Gray will start at hooker in jersey 16. Saliba man for the Sharks. Chris Faela starts in 19 with CSE Patalaka dropping out, and Ohepa Puru is the 18th man for the Sharkies.
Ryan Gray, is he related to John?
No. I'm sure he's a hooker too. Ryan Gray plays in headgear. Here's a set restart for the West Tigers, who go into Penrith territory. This is about the stage of the first half where they look the better team. And Adam Dewey back on the field now for West. Latu Finu goes right to Jack Bird. And Yo is in there to make the tackle with Liam Henry. Stands at the tackle, 35 out. Also Kenny. Troy short side right to Dewey. Dummies his way into Talangi and Yo and Henry. And on his knee, 23 out from the Penrith goal line. Penrith 18, West Tigers 2. Half an hour to go. Dummy half is Taruva. Goes left, Latu Finu to Terrell May. Out the back to Luai. Turns it into Safar. Runs across field. Knocked to the ground. Kenny came in ball and all 29 metres away. He plays the ball to Caroyas out. Goes left to Terrell May. Left foot step, puts his shoulder into the defence. Stands in the tackle, 19 out. Last one, West Tigers. Caroyas out, goes right. Latu Finu, away to Dewey. Cut out ball out the back to Toa. Great tackle, head on by McLean. He shuts it down. Changeover. Penrith gets the footy. 23 out from its own goal line, leading 18-2. 10.5 gone second half. Touchline we go, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, the tackle's a little bit pedestrian and just a little bit too slow in the middle of the field at the moment in this second half, the West Tigers, and just allowed the Panthers outside men to get up and in and shut a couple of plays down.
To'o gets to within 7 of halfway, plays it to Kenny, goes right, Edwards away to Liotta. Moses Liotta makes it a metre into West Tigers territory before a crowd of 16,753. A few more here than I thought there might be. 16,753 is now Penrith. 37 away from the West goal line. With Kenny at dummy half, Henry plays it to him. They go centre field right to Lindsay Smith, who's returned to the field. Inside ball Liotta, caught 30 out. Last tackle Penrith. Leading 18-2. Kenny goes right to Cleary. Up she goes, the kick from 29 metres out. Pressure on Taruba. Up he goes. Great catch, 30 at Taruba. As he's tackled immediately by Dylan Edwards. 5 out from his own line. Panthers 18, Tigers 2. 28.5 to play. As West send it left to right to Skelton. And he's knocked down. Louis 12 out from his own line. As Happy Caroyas gets a breather and Tristan Hope comes on the field.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Taruva's been outstanding for the West Tigers. He's been everywhere. His carries have been really, really dangerous as well through the middle of the field. He needs to get his hands more on the ball.
Dewey goes left to safe path, offloads to Luai, but there's heavy traffic all around him. And he's caught on his own 30-metre line. Plays it to Tristan Hope. Goes left to Adam Dewey. Gets away from Lindsay Smith. And into the awaiting arms of Yo. 10 short of halfway. Last tackle here for the West Tigers. Hope sends it left to Luai. The kick 41 out from his own line to the southeast corner where Dylan Edwards takes it. 9 out from his own goal line. Heads over the 10. Then beyond the 20 and runs into Hope and 2 others including Latu Finu. Right on the Penrith Panthers 30. Round the grounds. Another try to the Cowboys in the NRLW through Crystal Blackwell. Her second. Cowboys 26 leading Canberra 0. Penrith working to within 12 of halfway by a To'o. Queensland Cup. And Sunny Coast have beaten Tweed Seagulls 24-12. Burleigh leads Northern Pride 16-4. Final quarter AFL, Fremantle thrashing West Coast 113-59. Penrith 1 metre in West Tigers territory. Jenkins plays it, goes left to right, through hands away to Cleary, plays out to back to Dylan Edwards, then away to Tungle to To'o, but he slips as he steps into the defence. 34 metres out from the goal line. Right in front of them, there was Isaac Tuitopa. Comes to the left, Edwards to Cleary to Smith. Smith gets away from one. Wrap around ball to Henry. Henry backs himself, beats one, throws along the deck. Scooped up now by Cleary, 15 out. Cleary dummies scored 10 out, but it means he can't kick on the last. That Cleary has not been good. Comes right to Lungy. He'll put in a crossfield kick from 11 out. Beautifully weighted up they go. There's a contest for the football, but in the end, with the ball in goal is Taylor May. Great effort by him against Tungor. 20-metre tap. 7 tackles set West Tigers, who trail 18-2. They're still in it though with 26.5 to go.
Yeah, it was going to be a 20-metre restart there for the Tigers, but it's been taken back, so it'll be a play the ball 10 out from the Tigers line, saying that May actually got tackled in the field of play, then went back in goal. Wouldn't that be a line dropout?
Oh, get square.
Well, it depends if it was deemed held, but then it would have been a penalty. Away to the West Tigers. You know what they say, Louis? It is what it is.
True that.
Skelton. True that. Give that to me. Here's the only Finu. He scored 30 out from his own line. Penrith 18, West Tigers 2. Saturday night footy on ABC Sport with Luke Lewis, Michael Carianis. I'm Andrew Moore. Jerome Luai got a short ball away left to Taruba, but he scored 11 short of halfway. Played to Luai. Goes the blind side left again. Through hands, Tristan Hope. He got the pass away to Taylor May. And May's caught 6 metres in Penrith territory, 9 metres in from the eastern touchline. Played on the last tackle. Hope goes right. Dewey, up she goes, looking for a big spiralling torpedo punt. Edwards with the catch though, 9 out from his own line. Dewey, great chase, slowed him down into Latu Finu. 17 out from the Penrith line. Penrith 18, West Tigers 2. 25 and a bit to go. Now it comes open side left to Jenkins in centre field, and he's going to be caught just inside his 30. I tell you, MC. noticeable. Penrith's covering defence. Every time there's a half opportunity for the Tigers, gee, it shuts down fast.
Yeah, they just look quicker at ground level, boys, at the moment, playing with more energy, covering each other a lot better. And as we see Mitch Kenny just take advantage of some lazy marker work there, the Tigers are just out on their feet at the moment.
He doesn't run the ball very often, Kenny, but he gained about 10 there, knocked to the ground by Sione Fine, who's 7 short of halfway. Played to Edwards, goes right to a stepping Lindsay Smith. He straightens, gets scored 6 metres in West Territory. Last tackle it is now for Penrith. Kenny goes right to Cleary. The kick from 41 metres out down to Taruva. Liam Martin chases it. Taruva the catch. Martin the tackle, and West Tigers will play it 10 out from their own line. This is the blueprint, isn't it, Louis, for the Panthers?
Yep, but we get so used to it. They just get through their set, kick to that right corner, get their chase right. Get through their set, kick to that right corner. It's copy and paste, and they wait for the West Tigers to make the mistake.
Jarrell Skelton now. He's caught. This is play 3, and he's only 19 out from his own line. Tackled there by McLean and Liotta. Played to Hope. And Setterfield left this time. And Toa is caught. 25 out from his own line. He plays the ball to Hope. Goes left to Latu Finu. Away to Luai. Out the back to Ruba. Ruba dummy, but again, there's that cover defence. Put down 34 out from his own line by Tungle. Played on the last. Clearing kick by Dewey. Bouncing near the eastern touch line, but it's half volley. Scooped up by Dylan Edwards. 26 out from his own line, over the 30. Then runs right across field. Runs right across field. Runs right across field and dragged down by star forward Toa. 15 short of halfway. Ran for about 80 metres there, Dylan Edwards. Only gained about 3. Here's now Casey McLean. He's caught 6 short of halfway by Bird. Plays the ball to Talangi. Sends it right to Tom Jenkins. A lot of carries in the second half. And that's a good leg drive too. Gets 9 metres in West Tigers territory. 18-2, the Panthers lead as they did at the break. Kenny goes right to Henry. Then away Lindsay Smith to Cleary to Martin. Crashed into the defence. Threw it along the ground. Brian Tuttle will pick it up. Still 8 metres in West Tigers territory. He runs right across field. And then he straightens, gets down low, but caught 33 away from the West goal line. Dummy half Kenny, Setterfield, northern end. Comes left to Cleary. Cleary plays out the back to Lungy, another poor pass. Went on the ground to Jenkins. He passes off the ground to McLean. McLean runs into Skelton, flung to the ground with help from Terrell May, 12 out. Northwest corner, played on the last to Garner. Terrible pass off the body of Talangi. Scooped up by Cleary, runs at the line, stab kick, picked up by Taruva, and Cleary tackles him a foot out from the West Tigers line. So the Tigers start deep in their own territory as Hope takes off from dummy half. And he's absolutely poleaxed. Great tackle coming in from Luke Garner. Now it's played to Dewey. He goes open side left. West Tigers 17 out from their own line. 20 in from touch western side. Skelton plays it to Hope. Goes to Taruva to Luai. He actually beats a tackle. And that of Nathan Cleary, now caught 23 out from his own goal line. 18 gone second half. Penrith 18, West Tigers 2. And now that's well back on the field. He's caught.
It feels weird. I haven't seen him all night, Alex.
He started. Here's Luai from inside the 40. Reefs it downfield, and Tom Jenkins just allows to let it bounce. Takes it though, 10 out from his own goal line. Heads over the 20 and returns it into Terrell May. And caught 30 out from the Penrith goal line with the Panthers up 18 points to 2. So it's played to Talangi. Goes right to Toto. It's down low again, but not falling for it was Isaac Tui Tupou. Comes open side left, first carry here for Isaac Tungle with his set. Wrapped up 6 short of halfway, having been at first receiver. It's a real keep it simple, stupid method here from Penrith second half. Moses Liotta. He's taken right on halfway by Latu Finu and Tristan Hope. 2 tackles left. Kenny goes to Cleary. Says that's enough. I'll get it downfield into that northwest corner. Garner leads the chase. Taruva picks the ball up. Slides past McLean into Jenkins. 19 out from the west line. 3 in from touch western side. Penrith 18, West 2. 21 to go.
Yeah, well, what they're doing, they're just suffocating the Tigers. I'm looking at their body language. There's only 3 people behind to play the ball. Now they're all just slowly starting to get back. They've got to get through this set here. I hope they don't come up with an error or a play the ball error here, because that's what they look like. They look very fatigued.
West on their own 30. Hope goes left to Dewey. Got the pass away to May. Shrugged away from Cleary. Linked up with Luai. And then it goes further left again. Safe pass. He popped the ball away in the tackle to Luai. They go left to right. Terrell May. Now to Taruva. Taruva beats the tackle. No, caught 8 short of halfway. 2 tackles left, West Tigers this set. Hope sends it right to Dewey. Fires a dreadful cutout pass from left to right. straight over the touchline, and Penrith will going to play the ball. 2 metres in West Territory. Luke Lewis, what did you just say?
Okay, right for error.
20 minutes gone, 20 minutes left, second half. Penrith 18, West 2, touchline, Michael Carianis.
Yeah, they're just coming out of the second half with no energy to the West Tigers. That try before half-time has really zapped them because they were impressive for a large part of that first half, but they've gone nowhere near replicating that in the second half.
Isn't that funny though? Those sets that Penrith are doing, that's what they're waiting for. And you knew that after 3, 4, 5, 6 sets in a row that was going to happen, and that's exactly what they want, Penrith. Now they've got perfect field position.
Liam Martin on play 2, tackle 32 out from the West line, played to Kenny, goes left to Lindsay Smith, then through hands on to Luke Garner on the left edge, running off Cleary. He stands in the tackle, 21 out from the West line and 17 in from the western touch line. Kenny, inside right to Cleary, turns it on the inside of Moses Leota. Runs into Hope and 2 others, including Terrell May. 15 out. 2 tackles left for the Panthers with this 18-2 advantage. Kenny to the left, Cleary puts in a terrible kick straight to Dewey. West have it, 8 out from their own line.
That was a good take there by Dewey.
It was straight in his guts. He's either going to catch it or not. Wasn't a pure reflex.
Very true.
MC, you're due for a prediction here. You got anything apart from Canberra winning the wooden spoon?
Yeah, I'm going to say Isaac Congo to score the next try.
Oh, okay. You've put yourself out there. How confident are you?
I don't know. I've got nothing. This is the first thing that came to my mind. First player I saw. So.
All right. Now what you got to own it now. So Dewey just gets a bit of treatment from the trainer. He has a bit of a laugh with Luke Garner. 18-2 Penrith leads after Gold Coast upset the Warriors.
That was talking about it. The Tigers will make a mistake and then Isaac Congo is going to score.
MC will be jumping higher the tunnel. He comes away now to Latu finally. He turns it back into Alex 12. There he is, Louis. Be looking for him. He's caught. 16 out from his own line. Plays the ball to Hope. Goes to his left. To Latu Finu, no looker away to Luai. Luai accelerates, Cleary drags him down with Isaac Tungall just outside the West 30. Played to Taylor May. Goes right to Ruba. He's caught 9 short of halfway. Last tackle Tigers. Hope to the right. Dewey. Up she goes. Doesn't get great contact, but they watch Dylan Edwards catch it on his own 20. Gets up over the 30 and he's taken ball and all. 34 out from his own line for the Panthers. 18 to go. Penrith 18, West Tigers 2. Scoreless second half. Talangi dummy half goes right to To'o. He's scored 8 short of halfway by his boombox mate, Luai. Now back centre field as Talangi takes on the line. Caught and standing in the tackle of 12, 4 metres in West Territory. Kenny goes left to Lindsay Smith, knocked down 10 metres in West half. 4 tackles done for the Panthers. Kenny spins it away left to Cleary, back on the inside to Edwards. Runs into 12 and Hope caught 27 out last tackle Penrith. Played to Kenny. Goes left Cleary. Up goes the kick to the wing of Skelton, who catches it in the air, bumped away from McLean, straightens into Smith, and he'll play it 14 out from his own line. So is this clinical or boring at the moment, Louis?
Well, it's boring, but it's
so it's both.
But it's both. The Penrith is building the game. They know they've got the points on the board at the moment. They don't have to push the pass. They're just going to keep putting fatigue in the West Tigers. Like I'm looking at them now, they haven't really got many options. It's all starting to come one out runs now because the fatigue's really setting. 2-2 post tackle, 15 short of halfway and walked off the mark. So you'll go back and play it with only 17 minutes to go. Hope sends it left to Safar, and they haven't, in honesty, looked like scoring a try pretty much the whole game. It's not to say they can't score one, they can't get the upper hand. Comes to the right, Latu Finu, short ball made, but Talangi's in his right. Garner and one other Leota. He stands in the tackle, 2 metres in Penrith territory, and there's the error.
Sticking the play of the ball. There's another error, and it's from a rare source of a mistake in Terrell May. It'll be a Penrith scrum feed just short of halfway, right in centre field. 16 minutes 30 to go, and an 18-2 Penrith lead. Full time in the NRLW. Cowboys have beaten Canberra 26 points to 0. 3 wins out of 4 for North Queensland. Winless. The Raiders, Queensland Cup second half. Burleigh Bears 22 leads Northern Pride 10. Final quarter AFL, Fremantle 120, West Coast 77. And we'll get your text shortly on 0467 920 222 is from the scrum. He scored 4 metres in West half. Ball's going to be played to Kenny. Goes right to Liam Martin. He's wrapped up 10 metres in West Territory by 12. And to Kenny, now open side left to Leota. Wrapped up 29 out for the West Tigers line. Kenny will come left this time to Yo. Plays out the back to Smith. Then away to Lungy. Links up with McLean. Steps, can't quite get the offload to Jenkins. Caught 12 metres out from the goal line by Dewey. To the right now in the next play. Cleary to Yo. Short ball Leota. And Moses has caught 9 metres out. Last tackle Penrith. Kenny, centre of the park, goes right to Cleary. Cleary, a short ball away to Liam Martin. Pass one, crashes past to Ruber, is over to score. Liam Martin. 15 minutes 10. You knew deep down that was going to happen at some point. And while it may not be Isaac Tungor, it is Liam Martin who scores for Penrith on Tungor's side of the field. Quarter of an hour to go. Penrith 22, West Tigers 2, and it would not be the biggest shock in the world, Louis, if that does open the floodgates a little.
No, absolutely not. But I did have a message from Michael Carianis on the phone. He meant to say Liam Martin, but he didn't get it out. He said, plays, who did he say? Isaac Tungor. But this is beautiful work here by Nathan Cleary. It's just a simple little short pass, a real hard edge run there from Liam Martin. He's been a handful when he does get that ball in his hands with those big white legs. He's just using that strength and power that he's got, and burst over, just running over a couple of West Tigers players there, but they're just too tired. They're out on their feet from all the defending that they've had to do.
Touchline, Michael Carianis. You know, doing it tough on Louis' line for you.
What a hog that Liam Martin is. He just had to look right, and Isaac Tungor would have scored untouched. No, but a great. He's been awesome for them coming off the bench, Liam Martin, and off the back of that injury that he suffered during State of Origin 3. He played his first game, and he's been outstanding for him.
So the kick to Cumry, 15 out, 7 to the right of the post.
Yeah, this one here is what they're going to do is stop praying here. Watch this.
He hasn't got the hold out. I don't think anyway, do you?
I don't think he did either, but it's try confirmed.
What? Hang on, watching slow-mo here. Hands to the footy and foot off the ground.
There. They look at his wrist and the point of the ball.
I don't think he lost. I don't think it was separation.
It's definitely his wrist and the point of the ball hits at the same time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There was zero control, that's for sure. And Jerome Luai saying, referee, can you see the big screen, dude? Oh, they're still looking. That's right.
I thought they did shut it up on the big screen confirmed, but there.
So Nathan,
but I don't reckon he gets it down.
I don't know. I reckon with
ready, and there.
He's lost control. The ball rolled down his hand. I don't
see how his back spins on the ground, so it means it's pressure. Yeah, it's confirmed. There you go.
Okay. What say you now, Michael Carianis?
Yeah, that wasn't a try. What's going on up there? That wasn't a try. Penrith were all lined up, ready to defend, right? And that was part of the confusion, because as Louis said, it did come up on the big screen that it was a try, but the Penrith fans and players were all lined up ready for to defend, essentially, because Tungor had dropped the ball over the lines. They all set up on the 30.
You know what Tungor has now said to you again?
How you going?
Is Nathan Cleary. 14 out, 5 to the right of the post. 28-2 to Penrith. With 10 and a half to go. Cleary makes no mistake. He's 5 from 5. Penrith 30, Wests 2 here at Western Sydney Stadium. Maybe if you're watching at home, you may have a better TV than we. No, they're walking. Always enjoy my Saturday night with you guys. The wife looks at me and just shakes her head. We get that a lot at home too. You can call it Andrew when you feel ready. I can only recall you calling the winner too early, twice maybe. Statistically, a less than 5% failure rate is insignificant. Poor John knew good things from Yagatavi, yeah, but the most recent failure was just last Sunday. It seems a bit light now though, with 10 and a half to go. Short kick off, and what a great catch by the glowworm. Liam Martin came down with that spectacular and got a shove for his trouble. That is a penalty. That is Penrith's first penalty of the game. 11 short of halfway, 3 in from the eastern touchline for a leg pull as he's trying to play the footy. We've only had 3 penalties in this entire game, Lewis.
Yeah, I know.
Halfway, Dewey was there along to with Sukkar. Plays it to the dummy half out there now for Penrith, Brad Schneider. He goes right to Lindsay Smith. Must be nice coming on the field with 10 to go with a 30 points to 2 lead. Schneider, 37 out. Sends it right to Cleary. Back on the inside to Moses Leota. He's down on his knees. 30 metres out from the West Tigers line. 5 tries scored here by the Penrith Panthers. Now Cleary, short ball to Lindsay Smith. He puts it on the toe. What the? Dylan Edwards coming through, can't get there. Why did Lindsay Smith do that?
He just wanted to get a kick in, Andrew.
But again, why?
Well, to be fair, I don't think he could have actually passed it.
He could have kept running.
Yeah, he could have ran, but it was one-on-one. Giroud would have to make the tackle. But what about this beautiful little tip-on pass? Dewey fell for it, all ends up. Lindsay Smith goes straight through. He goes, you know what, I don't really want to pass it.
The short line drop out from Dewey, by the way, because it was touched by the Tigers. It bounces backwards and into the in-goal area. So it's going to be a play the ball for Penrith, 10 out for the West Tigers.
You know what, to be fair, looking at that replay, I don't think he could have passed it. He should have just ran himself.
Just run, Lindsay, run.
Yeah, throw a big right footer.
Mind you, Dylan Edwards had a cracking big smile on his face after seeing Lindsay Smith's little deft kick. Comes to the left from the restart. Penrith still on the attack through Moses Leota. And he's tackled 3 metres out from the West Tigers goal line. We're heading to Central Coast Stadium in 23 minutes for South and Cronulla. Yo turns it into Lindsay Smith. And the ABC listener, among others, will have the rugby from 7:30. Brisbane, Canberra listeners as well. And that's the rugby test at the MCG. And for league listeners, you'll get the last stages of that from about 4. Talangi turns it in there to Luke Garner. When Howell to kick brutal 10:30. Now Dylan Edwards runs across field. He puts in a stab kick for Jenkins. Well, Lindsay Smith is much better at that than Dylan Edwards. That goes touching goal. Oh no, that must have gone over just before the corner. So it'll be a 10-metre play the ball for the West Tigers. Penrith's getting a little arty-party here. And it'll be a play the ball for West, 7 minutes 40 to go with a 30 to 2 lead.
Yeah, I don't mind if you muck around and play a bit of footy and try some different things here. 30 points to 2 with 7.5 minutes left on the clock. You know what, I'll tell you what, if Jenkins was just switched on for half a second there and pushed up with McLean, he would have scored there, but he was waiting for the pass instead of the kick.
Here's Tristan Hope, gets a pass away to Jerome Luai, centre field. He stands on the tackle, now on the ground, 33 out from his own goal line. Tough day at the office for the West Tigers. Dummy half Hope goes left to 12. And Alex Twal is going to be taken 3 metres short of halfway. Ball played Hope. Goes right to Luai. Sends it into Sione Fanu. And he's standing in the tackle, 5 metres in Penrith's half. Hope awaits. Comes to the right to Dewey. Puts a little stab kick. It chases it. Then he tried an awkward-looking kick. Bounced over his knee. Picked up by Dylan Edwards. He's over the 40. Taken by Taruba. 3 metres in West Territory. 4 in from touch western side. Played to Jenkins. Goes right to Talangi. Centre field to Cleary. Show and go. Taken by Safar from 12. 6 metres in West Territory. I reckon Lindsay Smith's at least saying, did better than you, Dewey. Did better than you, Dill. Here's Penrith. 35 out from the line. Ball's played down to Schneider. Goes left to Isaiah Papali'i. He seems to have been off the field for a long time. He scored 22 out from the West Tigers goal line. Penrith in search of a 6th try. Comes to the left, Schneider to Cleary, turns it back into Yo. Yo and Angle run into half for gap. It shuts courtesy of Hope, and one other defender coming through there was Fanua Bola, and he's down 8 metres out in front of the sticks. Last tackle, Schneider left to Cleary, a little big kick over the top, and that's a knock-on coming from the West Tigers. Diving across there was Tristan Hope, and he couldn't quite hold on. Penrith will get a scrum feed, 10 out from the West line. Panthers 30, Tigers 2, 5.5 to go. Down to the touchline, Michael Carianis.
Try to Brian Toll off the scrum, Andrew.
Really?
Sure.
Having another crack.
Are they going left or not on the scrum?
May as well. Yeah,